Hello everyone, my name is Sunny Dove and welcome back to my Let's Play Fallout 4 Survival Mode. I'm just here chilling out in the Institute, reflecting on the incidents of the night prior. We saved Paladin Dance from the wrath of Elder Maxon, who had ordered him to be executed by none other than the sole survivor, myself. But I refused. I ain't doing none of that nonsense. Paladin Dance is a good guy. He dedicated himself to protecting mankind. His lifeblood is the Brotherhood of Steel, runs through his veins. There's no way you could just turn your back on him and kill him. I mean, I couldn't bring myself to do that. No way I would do that. So, I'm pretty morally outraged at this point. Well, I've repeatedly been outraged by the xenophobia and genocidal tendencies, closed-mindedness of, in particular, Elder Maxon, but the Brotherhood as a whole, their ideals, they're good intentioned, but they're very misguided, and they take some of their aims a little bit too far. So I think this will probably be the last mission we complete with the Brotherhood of Steel. But despite my moral outrage, it's not going to keep me from collecting my reward. I think a promotion was promised, actually. So let's go collect that.
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I'd like to say body's not even cold. You're already dividing the loot. But we should probably play nice.
I'm honored, Elder.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Ad Victoriam. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. I'm gonna go collect my power armor and be on my way.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
I think we may well be done working with the Brotherhood of Steel. Let's see, so we obtained Dance's personal quarters, I suppose is right here. And I have a mod, courtesy of Eleonora, to overhaul this player home. This is my first time actually looking at it, other than in videos and screenshots. The whole thing looks pretty awesome. Okay. A couple stim packs and antibiotics. Chemistry station here. That's awesome. Custom chemistry station. Refrigerator that is filled with clutter, and you can, in fact, put items inside. Oh, I forgot. I'm not in power armor, so I barely have any.
If it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend.
I don't really have a whole lot of carry capacity to go around.
What that thing does. You come see your old friend.
Here, let's just store all of our junk. Don't have any junk.
As always.
Well, darn it. What the heck did I pick up? Some water or something? Dirty. Antibiotics, okay. Put up some antibiotics, that'll cure that little ailment. I'm hungry. Let's go ahead and have a snack. So sadly, as cool as this place is, I don't think we'll be using it very much. Yeah, no radio, please. Does this terminal have anything interesting on it? Nope, it just loads holotapes, okay. I do want those plasma cartridges and 2mm. Trade those out for something. Nice, Brotherhood of Steel themed trunk at the end of the bed. Got a weapon barrel that you can actually swap weapons out of. That is awesome. Magazine racks, bobblehead shelf that you can put your bobbleheads. Bunch of clutter, cooking stove. That is awesome. Well, as awesome as that player home is, let Elder Maxon have his privacy. We ought to do whatever business we're going to do on the Pridwin because we're not likely to come back for a while, I would say. So we'll turn in whatever technical documents.
Dr. Quinlan?
A synth. Right under our noses the whole time. But what you did, it was the right thing. But you probably have some documents for me.
Indeed I do.
I found some technical documents for you.
These aren't technical documents. I don't have time for
Oh, apparently I don't have any technical documents. But I do know that I have a few... Ooh, I've got new power armor. Brotherhood of Steel 6. It's D variant as well. Comes with a fresh fusion core. Excellent. Let's go ahead and hop in this puppy and take it for a spin. We now have ourselves a full set of T60D. Oh, we've also got this T45D that I received for becoming a Knight of the Brotherhood. I might come back for this later. Hey, Proctor Tegan.
Proctor Tegan.
Welcome back. Heard about Dance. Just know, what you did was right. Now, what can I do for you?
Let me see what you have.
It's really sad that all of these comrades of Paladin Dance, his friends, just so easily accept that he was a synth and that it was necessary for him to be executed. Quote, executed. Don't really have a whole lot I want to be selling. Just wanted to kind of check to see if there's anything I just particularly wanted to buy off of him. Now that I have been promoted to Paladin, he has a unique weapon called Death from Above. A missile launcher with 75% additional movement speed while using the sight. While that is a unique weapon, it's nothing particularly amazing. But more importantly, now he's selling this bit of T60 goodness, Honor. Plus 5 action point regeneration, plus 2 damage resistance, plus 2 energy resistance. Comes in Model D. And I think it's painted in Paladin, yes, Paladin paint, so Brotherhood of Steel 6. For 13.59 caps. Why don't we get a better deal on that right quick? I'm going to buy that. And then we'll go turn in our vials of blood.
Scribe Naraya.
I've done it, Paladin. I've created the compound.
Wait, what was the compound? What were you making? I don't even know.
So it works?
I tested it myself. It's much more potent than Rad-X, and it doesn't appear to have any ill side effects. I've decided to call it the X-111 compound. I thought it was fitting. Here, I already made you some samples to take with you. If you want me to continue synthesizing the compound, I'm going to need more blood samples. Just keep bringing them to me and I'll do the rest.
Okay, well,
Excuse me, Scribe
thank
Mariah?
you.
Have you collected any blood samples, Paladin?
Yes. Here you go.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see tiny vials of blood. Thank you. Here's some caps for the trouble. Remember, keep bringing me samples, and I'll keep making you the compound.
Excellent. So if you continue to bring her those blood vials, she not only pays you handsomely, but also makes you this super Rad-X thing called X-111. X-111 compound. Rads minus 62. Weight 0.3. Value 40. Huh. So is it like a replacement for Radaway? Apparently it doesn't have the negative side effects. So that's good. Anyway, I suppose that's it for now. Maxon wants me to report to Captain Kells, but I think if we do that, we'll make an enemy of the railroad, and I'd rather not do that. So for now, I think we need to get this suit of power armor to another settlement, like maybe the castle. Yeah, we got plenty of space at the castle. I'll probably use that as my power armor storage area for the time being. Alright guys, doing some work in the castle on our power armors. I stashed Honor in the steamer trunk for later use. We've got our T-45D Minuteman power armor right here. Our T-60 Brotherhood of Steel Paladin painted. Well, I was going to say my power armor, but it's actually Dance's. And, you know, come to think of it, we should just give this back to Dance. That would be the right thing to do, wouldn't it? I think it would. We're going to do that here in a minute. But now I've got to decide what I'm going to do with my set of power armor. We've unlocked new paint. We could up our XO1 to Paladin paint, see what that looks like. It doesn't cost anything to make it Boss 6 Paladin. And I think it'll look pretty darn cool.
It's 1 p.m. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the minute.
And although we're not internally on the best of terms, you know, within the inner sanctum of my mind with the Brotherhood of Steel, they do still have a paint job that looks pretty damn awesome. And it gives plus strength. And there's no way I'm wearing that disgusting military green paint on my lovely XO1 power armor. That looks pretty cool. I think we probably gotta stick with the Brotherhood look for the time being. I mean, I haven't exactly been denounced or anything. Not exiled like Dance, so. But speaking of Dance, let's go pay him a quick visit. Yoo-hoo, Paladin Dance. Anybody home? What the hell? He has new power armor. Where'd you find that XO1? Was it down here in this bunker? I went to the trouble of bringing you your old suit of T-60.
Being here almost makes me feel like I'm coming home. Isn't that strange? Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Oh, maybe.
That depends. How are you feeling?
My power armor systems are within normal operating parameters, so I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You just give the word, and we can begin our mission.
Ready.
Roger that.
Okay, so just temporarily, we're going to have Deacon go back to the castle.
If you have a moment, I have something personal I'd like to discuss.
While Dance is my companion, I am enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel. Or we are, rather, enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel. Good to know. So if we go anywhere near the Pridwin, any Brotherhood patrols, and Boston Airport, we would probably be attacked on sight. Turn that radio off. Burn it with fire. Damn it, how do I get to that radio? There we go, much better.
If we're fortunate, we might be able to recover some
Hey.
weapons or ammunition from this site.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance.
Did you have time for that personal matter I mentioned?
Are you okay, Dance?
I'm sorry. I really thought this would be easier to talk about. There's so much I wanted to say, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah, this is so awkward. Let me back up or something where we got better lighting and I'm not sitting right next to you. This has something to do with your true identity as a synth, doesn't it? Of course it does. Take a deep breath and start from the beginning. Easier, you might blow a gasket or something. Take it easy, Dance. Whatever it is, I'll help you work through it.
Take it easy, Dance. Whatever it is, I'll help you work through it.
I don't know if anything will help me.
Good God,
through
why is
it.
there always something in the way?
I've spent my entire life, or at least what I perceive as my life, following a plan to shape my own future. But since my banishment, I feel lost. Almost like I exist without purpose. For the first time since that moment I signed up with the Brotherhood, I don't have all the answers. I don't have a plan, and it scares the hell out of me.
Do you need a plan? What you've gone through would throw anyone for a loop. You were a Brotherhood soldier, no fear. It's impossible to plan your life. Indeed it is.
It's impossible to plan your life. Hell, I didn't expect to wake up 200 years in the future.
Yet you've been able to roll with every punch that's been thrown at you. Don't you understand? Everything I had, everything I knew is gone. In the span of a few hours, my identity was ripped from me and my world turned upside down. At least what you had was something tangible, something real. Your husband, your son. They were living, breathing humans who loved you and cared for you. Those sons of bitches who created me couldn't even be bothered to implant memories of having siblings or parents. I don't even know how much of my own past is artificial and how much is real. Can you even imagine that? I started out as nothing, and I've ended up as nothing. And I don't know what the hell to do about it.
Didn't I already convince you that giving up was a mistake? Hang in there, Dance. You need to fight this thing. Snap out of it, Dance. Self-pity is just going to make things worse. I'm truly sorry.
I'm truly sorry, Dance. I guess I never realized how deeply this affected you.
I appreciate that. I suppose you're right. Maybe I'm just missing the point. My life's starting over. And I need to come to terms with everything I've lost and everything I've gained, which includes something important you've made me realize. I don't know if it's friendship or an anomaly in my programming. After all, I'm not really human. But whatever it is, I can't deny that I'm feeling closer to you than anyone else I've ever met.
We could romance, Dance. Feel the same way, only hoping it's more than just friendship. I don't know, he's just... Dance is just not, like... not who I envision my character with. I'm flattered you trust me with your feelings like this, thank you. Think you're taking this too far? We're just a couple of soldiers watching each other's backs, that's all. As far as I'm concerned, you're like a brother to me, the best of friends. Friend zoned.
As far as I'm concerned, you're like a brother to me. The best of friends.
And I'll do everything I can to live up to it. Look, I know that this has been difficult for you. In fact, I don't envy some of the recent decisions you've had to make. If our roles had been reversed, I'm not so sure I could have handled it as well as you did. Whatever the case may be, I just want to thank you for sticking by me, and remind you that what I said before still stands. If you need me, I'll be here for you.
Having reached the highest level of affinity with dance, you have gained the Know Your Enemy perk. Know Your Enemy grants you 20% additional damage against feral, ghouls, super mutants, and synths. Ironically enough. The synth part. So that does it for Dance's perk. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do with him. Probably let him work with the Minutemen. I might put him in Sanctuary or the Castle. Yeah, I think I might just put him on guard duty at the Castle or something. That sounds good.
The Minutemen remind me of the Brotherhood while the Lions was in charge. Unfocused and far too charitable for their own good.
Well, don't tell them that. Because you're going to be working alongside them. And they won't like it. So let me locate Deacon real quick. Deacon, where'd you go? I want to put Dance here. And I guess Dance doesn't want his old power armor, so we're just going to leave it here for now. I don't particularly have a use for it, as T60 is
sorting through your gear and dropping anything you don't
pretty well inferior to XO1. Okay, so unfortunately, I had to sleep to the next day to get Deacon to show up here.
Keep it tuned here for updates.
And there he is, wearing a new hat.
Want me back on deck, huh? I gotta admit, things have been pretty quiet without you.
Yeah, you know, just until I get your perk.
Let's go then.
I'm all ready to go.
There's something you're keeping from me, Deacon. If I find out what it is and I don't like it, there will be hell to pay.
Well, good thing I have nothing to hide then.
Okay, let's have Dance stay here at the castle, I suppose. Hopefully he doesn't ruffle too many people's feathers. No longer enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel, that's good. I want to max Deacon's affinity. I'm really close to finishing him off. Alright, let's get the hell out of here before the radio freedom drives me crazy. We just have to figure out what we're doing next. I'm nervous about attempting underground undercover. Let's just go report to Father. Maybe?
This is Radio Freedom.
Should we do that?
Broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for...
Or I don't know, we could do something that's less stressful. Clear out the Good Neighbor warehouses. You know, it was fun and relaxing to kill all those bad guys as a Silver Shroud. Why don't we do some more crime fighting? Clearing out the filth at Good Neighbor. That would be something that would just take the edge off. It would de-stress me just a tad. We're actually shy of bed, so I'm going to plop another one down just as a temporary. Put it down wherever. Be in this corner or something. Gotta work. Okay. To the Institute. Hello, citizens of Good Neighbor. Your hero has returned. Hey, Deacon. We've got work to do.
That's it.
If you all don't recall, this is a job from Whitechapel Charlie. We've been ordered to clear out the warehouses of some gang members, I think? Triggermen, yes.
You sure do a lot of that. Winning, that is.
That's all I do.
They got the drop on us!
Maybe going in with a plasma gun was not the right idea. We should have gone silenced. Silence is no fun. Oh, whoa. Above me, okay.
You wasted shit!
Don't look, but I think we're being watched.
Hard to hit people over cover with this gun because of the projectile. Okay, I think we've cleared the place. Turn our flashlight on, start doing some looting. Guess Deacon doesn't mind if I steal. Alright, not too much in this place. Most valuable stuff was just a bit of junk. And some drugs. Bit of ammo. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Let's go next.
Yes.
Alright, let's go in silence this time.
What the?
Quiet as a mouse. In power armor.
Oh shit, where'd that come from?
Alright, we've alerted somebody.
Someone's gotta beat Stop hiding. We'll make nice. Promise. Ah! Oh, I'll find you.
Using a stealth boy or something? Won't work.
That's right. Run.
Okay, there's one more. He must be down, or no, he's up another floor. Okay, that's another warehouse cleared out. No, not cleared of loot, cleared of tangos. Looting is part 2. Alright, looks like this place is largely more of the same stuff. Nothing really of note. which leaves one warehouse to go. I think it's over in this corner. Right here. We're lucky, Deacon's cooldown for lockpicking will have ended, and he'll like that.
You're pretty handy with that bobby pin.
There we go, okay. Alright, can't really sneak in this area.
Met you, I'd go whole days without massacring a bunch of things. Honest.
But it's so fun to massacre lots of things. And it gets you level ups. Like this one, level 71. We have finished all 3 ranks in Action Girl, giving me significantly better action point regeneration. For, you know, when we rarely use VATs. The question is, where do we go from here? Lone Wanderer is obviously one of the most impactful perks that we could take, but I just can't use it until I am done with all my companions, which I want to get pretty much all the companion perks in the game. So that's a thing. Chemist would be kind of nice. I don't really pop drugs all that often, especially at this point in the game. We could start investing in locksmith, so that way I wouldn't have to get Kate out just to be able to get into master locks. Blacksmith and robotics expert are perks that are going to be necessary eventually for DLC, but I don't really want to do them right now. Endurance is good for scaling up the HP. Charisma is just quality of life for the most part. What else could we possibly go for? There's always... Moving target might be good. What's rank 3 of moving target? Sprinting costs 50% fewer action points. 50 DR, 50 ER when sprinting. Better criticals would be pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking it's time that we start going down the luck tree. I know I don't really use VATs a whole lot, but what I'm going to do. Let's invest a point into luck. That will open up the rank 6 luck perk of better criticals. And we'll probably want to just go ahead and take our luck all the way down to 10. Or we could start doing better criticals in critical banker. Not sure yet. We'll just have to see how I'm feeling.
Fooling me. Fraidy cat, too scared?
Man, I think you're probably the last guy.
Tail and ran.
Yep, he was indeed the last guy. So, I'm going to finish looting up this place. And catch you all when we're ready to return to Whitechapel Charlie.
Hey.
Hey.
Hmm? Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth is, it's been a long time since I've had a friend. I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. Because the truth is, I'm a fraud. To my core. When I was young, a hell of a long time ago, I was, well, scum. I was a bigot. A very violent bigot.
I guess massacring a bunch of triggermen makes Deacon feel emotional. Feels like sharing things.
Go on.
I ran with a gang in University Point. We called ourselves the UP Deathclaws. For kicks, we'd terrorize anyone we thought was a synth. We kept egging each other on. Started with some property damage, graduated to some beatdowns, then, inevitably, a lynching. The Claw's leader was convinced we'd finally found and killed the synth. Looking back, I'm not so sure.
You killed someone.
That one was enough for me. It was his eyes. Those eyes haunt me. It's bulging. So I turned my back on my brothers, broke all contact. Time passed, I became a farmer, if you can believe that. Then, one day I found someone. She saw something in me I didn't know was there. Barbara, well, she just was.
What was she like?
She had a smile like on those old magazine covers. Her eyes... We were trying for kids. Eking out a living. Then one day, it turns out my Barbara, she was a synth. She didn't know that. I certainly didn't. I don't know how the Deathclaws found out, but there was blood.
So did they kill her, or you killed them? Sounds like karma sucker punched you. That's not hit him. That's a low blow.
So they killed her?
Yes. I don't remember much clearly after that. I know I killed most of the Claws. I must have made a big impression. The railroad contacted me figuring I'd be sympathetic, seeing that I lost my wife. And, well, what I did afterwards...
Oh, come on. Is this just another story? You can't trust Deacon. You never can. Is he the founder of the railroad and a synth? Or is this true?
Is this the part where you admit it's a lie and try teaching some stupid lesson?
I deserve that, but no. That's the end of the story. I don't even know why I lie anymore. But I can't tell the truth. Everyone, Tom, Dez, you, even that asshole Carrington, they deserve to be on the railroad. I don't. I'm everything wrong with this whole fucking Commonwealth. You're the only friend I got. I don't deserve you being okay with this. Hell, I'm not even asking for it. But I figured you should know.
I don't buy your whole story. That's a lot to process. You're a liar, a hypocrite, murderer. Am I missing anything? Damn right you don't belong in the railroad. Everyone's got a past.
Everyone's got a past. The important thing is you're trying to make up for it. I'm still on your side.
I'm not the hugging type. So, yeah. Good talk.
Good talk. Never knew you were such a touchy-feely type. Guess it just takes murdering a band of triggermen to bring it out of you. Having reached the highest level of affinity with Deacon, you have gained the Cloak and Dagger perk. It's actually pretty darn important as far as companion perks go. It's one of the better ones in the game. Thanks to your relationship with Deacon, you receive 40% more Stealth Boy duration and deal 20% additional damage with sneak attack. So, sneak attacks. Yeah, big attacks. So, now, let's actually go back to Whitechapel Charlie.